This is Mario with Pro Drain and Rooter Service at 3534 to 3548 Northeast 102nd. Doing a sewer inspection. Just got done hydrojetting the main line, got out to the city lateral, which is what we're looking into, which is approximately 140 feet from the access point. So what we have here is just major grease buildup. We'll pull through there, and the whole top, probably 2/3 of the 6-inch pipe is packed full of grease. The problem is that it's concrete pipe, and the more we jet it, the softer the material becomes. The smooth surface of the concrete is already worn out, so you can see all the aggregate detail of the rock. So if we continue to jet it to remove that grease, we could possibly compromise the pipe, if not blow a hole in it. So we're going to do a reverse inspection and see that grease firsthand. I got water running from a hose spigot. Coming up on a drop off, which drops the pipe in depth. All this is okay. This is out in the roadway. So here we're starting to get in a little bit of pooling of the water. And that's back about 26 feet from the city connection. You can see the grease forming. It's hard to see. Obviously, there's standing water in there, and that's because the grease is created like a dam. So here, roughly 30 feet back from the city line, we have a transition or a joint, and that joint is actually starting to deteriorate. You can actually see in between the joint, and you can already see the grease accumulating. That would be on the top of the pipe, so your upper screen is the bottom of the pipe. So that white hard substance is all grease kind of lining the pipe. So as you approach here, back from the city lateral, approximately 33 feet, start to get into all this grease. This is settling on the side of the pipe and the top of the pipe. It's hardened like concrete. So we'll get a real clear picture here momentarily of the grease as we get a little bit of a cleaner spot. So here you can actually see the water flowing, and then the grease just packed in there on the top of the pipe. So again, this is 6-inch concrete pipe, and about 2/3 of it is just packed full of solid grease. So this is that trouble spot, which I assumed was out in the street, which it is. I originally thought that the line was broken, unable to get anything past that point, and it's just packed full of grease. So once again, we continue jetting, and we could possibly compromise the structure of that pipe. Just going to pull back to where the concrete and the ABS pipe meet. So all this is okay. I ran a couple different nozzles through there. So ABS is here. Transition from the city connection is 52 feet back from the city main. That's approximately right at the curb, or they're after the curb. Pick the depth up about 9 feet deep. And all this is all the ABS pipe, good condition, no issues there. So I'm going to get a hold of the property manager and see what they want to do as far as continuing jetting. Right now we got about maybe a 3-inch hole bored in that line, 2.5 maybe. Camera makes it easily through, which would be 2-inch. And then, like I said, there is a hole bigger than that bored through there. So I'm going to push forward to that grease buildup. Try to clean off the camera a little bit here. The lens just keeps getting covered in grease, but once again, you can see it's like an iceberg. Just bonded itself to the top of the concrete pipe. So I'm going to end recording, get a hold of the property manager, and see what they want to do as far as continuing jetting.